Hello, everyone. Welcome to Harv's World for another foray into PV Uncharted. How's everybody doing tonight? Middle of the week, getting over the hump. Everybody getting over the hump? I hope so. I'm trying real hard. Not there yet, but I am working on it. And you're stuck with little old me tonight, at least for right now. Caveman is he's around, but he's working diligently on trying to solve a technical issue that's keeping him from joining the map. And Sharko is going to be with us a little bit later, but he is running a little bit late himself. So how's everybody doing? We've got Benjamin Corbin. How you doing, bud? Haven't heard from you in a little bit. I've been super busy. Tom Ford, firefighting farmer. Richard May. Eric Kuntz, Andrew Key, Kyle, is it Kramus or I'm gonna botch this every time, dude, and I apologize. I can't keep up with everybody anymore. I'll be honest, there's just too many of you now, and I'm old and tired. And Jordan, the Canadian kid. Jordan, how you doing, bud? Everybody having a good week so far? Fingers crossed. Trying to get my grass field finish fertilizing this bad boy. We between streams we sold off our silage, about 1.4 million liters of silage, which meant we had to harvest and make some more, which we did. Another just under 1.4 million liters in the bunker. We need to start advancing these cattle. Start doing more with the cows. Oh, good. Good. Got it the first time. That's better. Look at that full bunker silo right there. Outstanding. And I don't know if we pointed this out or not. We just kind of snuck it in. But we did buy a new tractor. One of Caveman's favorites. And frankly, in my opinion, especially for the new players, the Case 7210 base game is the best bang for your buck in farm sim base game tractors. Absolutely, positively, without a doubt, you can get more horsepower and capability out of this little bad boy than you can just about any other base game tractor. For less than 200,000, you can get a tractor that runs 261 horsepower. Well, good for you, Ben. It's about time you got an apartment. I got lots of room here. Okay, I don't have that kind of room, and frankly, I'm too old to do roommates anymore. But good for you, man. Good for you. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Okay, the first thing I need to get accomplished today. Now, if you guys weren't here on Sunday, we put in this bee factory. We're going to make some honey because we do have a goal. Our goal is to get to the Planters Peanut Factory. That's one of them. And Sharko's going to have... yeah, you guys might just be stuck with Harv today. Nuno Andre has subscribed. Nuno Andre, welcome to Harv's World. So we've got a bee factory. We've given them wood, we've given them epoxy, and we have given them nails, and they are making these little beehive thingies for us. And so I need to pick these up, apparently. Walk them over here. Hopefully without dropping them. And then they go into these bee shelters. Like so. And then we start getting these bees that come flying out like crazy. Don't want to get stung. And they're going to start making our honey. So I need to move all of these over. Each of these houses over here will hold 4 of these apparently. That's interesting. Not sure how it's calculating that, but whatever. Oh, I keep knocking those bees around. They're going to fly out and bite me in the butt. Harley, good to see you. Glad to have you with us. You wanna join us? I'm a little short-handed today. Actually, you'd have the same problem everybody else is. Sharko's got corrupt mods. Caveman's having connection issues. I don't know what the heck's going on, so it's going to be just little old me getting us moving forward today. And this bee house doesn't want to cooperate. Alright, have it your way. I wonder if I need to put them in the other direction since that little tab goes out the back. Your dad and brother are almost done combining for the whole year. Very nice, dude. And they were doing what, a bunch of canola? Is that what you said? You had a lot of canola they were doing in? Everybody on Sunday recommended that we plant corn. And so we have a cornfield in tribute to all the farmers who are doing their corn harvest right now, because corn harvest was just coming up. Oh, I hear you, Harley. Although I'll tell you guys, your donations have moved the channel forward. I am now sporting an extra 16 gigs of RAM. 32 gigs of RAM came this week. And hallelujah. We were checking on Sunday because somebody asked me, I think it was Ty asked me what my FPS was running. It was running about 17. Earlier I was getting 40, so maybe because I've started to stream now. But I am breaking 20 FPS. So the RAM is helping. Thank goodness. Kevin, how you doing, Kev? But things should generally run a lot smoother. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the package of mods you sent him, FF. That was a long time ago, man. A long time ago. Okay, we got some harvesting to do. And I can't let a little thing like lack of help slow me down. To be fair, Sharko and Caveman both have been nothing but extraordinary when it comes to helping out with the channel and the stream. And if they can't make it one time, I am not going to be the kind of guy who would complain about that at all. So I guess I'll just drop my chaser bins right here and jump back over. Yes, I'm warping on stream. Can you believe it? What a godless heathen am I. Hi, Sharon. I'm Harv. How are you? I'm not sure where all the Sharon business came from, but let's see if I could sneak out over here. I might be just too wide to get through these trees. What do you think? Yup. Oh well, it was worth a shot. I'm desperate, man. I haven't done a solo stream in a long time. Probably since almost a farm. And that was... feels like a year ago. I don't think it was that long, but it feels that long. Whip it good. If that's the only problem they had, Jordan, I think they're doing good, bud. Ashton Rowley, how you doing, man? Welcome to Harv's World. Welcome to the stream. We're starting off strong tonight, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you all for being here. We are harvesting clover in this field. All right, Tom, take care. Be safe, buddy. Have a good trip. We need to make sure that this header gets lifted up off the ground a little bit. I just have to remember how to do it. There it goes. There we go. Was that a year ago, FF? Really? I don't believe it. Are we set right on this? Yep, we're set right. And away we go. Clover Harvest 101. Uh-oh. Clover is dropping a windrow also. This is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Hey, Stephen Murray, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. I don't know, guys. Do you think that's grass or chaff? Or is that just some other type of clover? I bet that's clover also, because it looks like we're harvesting clover seed. If I had to guess, what's going in the harvester is clover seed. It could be a tree. It literally could be anything. I am really interested to find out what the heck this is dropping. It looks like chaff, doesn't it? Maybe that's all it is. Maybe it's just chaff. Yeah, we'll find out. Oh, I'll tell you, Steven, I am incredibly tired. But I always try to sound chipper on stream. I did come here to entertain you guys after all. Actually, I came here to chat with you guys and have a little bit of fun playing Farm Sim because this is pretty much the only casual play I get to do these days. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. This is a really interesting crop, though. Yeah, no kidding, Jordan. Man, they're going through the clover like crazy. This is apparently red clover. Caveman was pointing out to me that red clover is specifically grown for seed. And that's what it looks like it's dumping into the back here is clover seed. Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't expect a windrow, though. Just short chaffed. I think I need to call for a definition on that. What does that mean exactly? Short chaffed. Chuffed. Is that a play on chuffed? You never can tell with FF. He works real hard to get those dad jokes in, and sometimes they're just not quite there. Not quite. But he tries hard, and we love him for it. Well, Caveman's been doing better. We were trying to get him online half an hour before the stream started, and he's had nothing but connection issues. Seems like he might have a corrupt game file or something. Oh, are you having the same issue, Sharko? The exact same one? Oh, short chaffed instead of short staffed. I see. It's all good. It's all good. I don't know. I can't tell if that's grass or chaff. We're going to find out, though. I have a milling machine that'll take care of that. You guys are welcome to jump into voice if you want to. I mean, you can be here in more than just spirit, I suppose. sure everybody likes talking to you guys. Yeah, blaming Sharko hate Harley is almost too easy these days, right? If there's a problem, it's probably a Sharko. It's a Sharko problem. We didn't think about it in time, but we almost went for the 4 C's. We were talking about the 7 C's, it ended up being 3 C's: clover, cranberries, corn, and more peanuts. We missed the peanut field with it. We could have done a C crop, canola, anything. Oh well. We're gonna need those peanuts.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone.
Sharko and Caveman are here in spirit and voice, at least, anyway. How's it going, guys? I mean, well, obviously not good, but otherwise.
It's kind of weird because we're both having the exact same issue.
Mhm.
It must be me.
Mhm.
Well, it can't
No,
be
it's
you because we can't
it's
even
not.
get to the
Yeah.
point of connecting to your server. We can't connect to
Giant.
Any server.
international or anything like that. We don't even get to pick the routing server we want to connect to.
That's weird. Although, to be
Mhm.
fair, I was having a little bit of an issue connecting, but then it cleared up for me.
That's how it's supposed to work. If you have that issue, it's supposed to clear up within a couple of minutes.
Well, this field's not going to get replanted anytime soon.
But for me, it's not clearing up, and apparently it's not clearing up for Sharko either.
Nope.
Man, I was going to make you guys run tree harvesters today.
I'd love to.
No, I don't think we'll be doing any tree harvesting today. I do want to check our clover price was looking good earlier. It's still climbing pretty well. If it gets anywhere close to 700, we're selling this stuff.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, apparently FF's going to try and see if he can do it.
If FF can connect and you guys can't.
Yeah, if he can connect and we can't, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Gary, how you doing? How's the Great White North, man? How are Doug and Bob McKenzie treating you? I have a sneaking suspicion that the clover itself is going to yield pretty low, but then whatever this crap is on the ground is going to be a pretty steep yield.
Oh, actually, you want to hear something? The other day, I was in a clover field.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Were you prancing? Were you?
Oh, I was setting up a tent.
Oh, so other people could prance.
Mm-hmm. Can I say clover stains like no tomorrow?
Everything is so green.
It gets stained. You touch it, it's just stained. It's like, oh, okay. But it is a very pretty looking.
I have to tell you, Kevin, the only downside of these harvesters is how slow they unload. There you go, Kyle. He was frolicking in the clover field.
Frolicking in the clover field.
Yeah, well, no, Gary, we actually we bought lot 18 and cut our way through to town. We have a nice big fat road taking us straight to town these days. Hallelujah. That narrow, windy piece of crap we'd been having to drive was about to drive us all nuts. And you did get the save game I uploaded, right, Caveman?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just checking, making sure.
I got it, I don't know, probably about 30 minutes before you got on Discord.
Okay. Oh, see, Gary, now you're getting into Sharko territory. You start talking about maple syrup, his eyes light up and he starts drooling a little bit. Have you seen a maple syrup mod anywhere for FS19? I want to say that somebody did maple trees, but I
Not like an apple, like an actual one. I've seen placeable ones that just produce maple syrup.
right, you
Like
just
you place a
get
tree
paid for
and
them, right?
yeah. Not like you actually have to boil it and collect it or anything. It's just place a tree down, you collect it, and then you go and sell it. Like, like it creates the bottles already made.
Matthew. The game is trying to protect my equipment, so it's keeping Sharko out.
Cameron doesn't crash though. I guess he's has flipped a few trucks.
And then apparently, um, I've got one of my vehicles has turned into Christine, the Stephen King Christine car. And it's keeping Caveman out so he can't repair all the damage and stuff. Oh, I am not complaining, Kevin. I love these harvesters. They're fantastic. In fact, we need to upgrade them. We're getting to a point where we could stand to have some extensions on these bad boys so they could hold a little bit more. We're hanging on to enough money these days. Although, man, we've got some expensive stuff to do. Really expensive. Mr. Swede. I know it's 2 a.m. for you, bud, but I appreciate you stopping in. I doubt you'll stay for the whole thing, but I appreciate you being here. And Too Cool, of course, who's either on vacation and sitting by his pool drinking Coronas or something, or getting ready to head out for another trip with FedEx. And yes, I said FedEx on purpose. I know at this point that it's UPS. Because I made that mistake once. I would have sworn it was FedEx. On my life, I would have sworn he drove for FedEx. And nope, it's UPS. So if your packages are late, no matter who they come from, it's his fault. And FF is banned also. Man, maybe I should have shut down and
Well,
got
stream.
on international.
No,
Well,
no,
I mean, we can't even.
Oh,
I
you
can't
can't connect to
even
any
select
of
the
them,
region.
so it doesn't
no.
matter.
We hit basically multiplayer. We hit like we do the character select and everything, and then when we hit, like once we continue, it just says can't connect to servers. Explain your end heart. It's just we can't connect to any server. We can't
No.
even see servers.
Yeah, I understand. Well, crikey.
Well, there's about 750 posts
Yeah, that's
in
what I
the
was thinking.
past.
So you go tree and then a buster up. That's it.
There's 750 posts in the past 12 hours with the same problem.
Well, I was just trying to keep you out, FF, but apparently I got everybody. Oh.
Every single person on the planet.
Well, there's apparently a problem. Like a lot of people are saying, it's a problem with the actual multiplayer servers
So
in
basically,
general.
basically, what you're telling me is we're lucky to even be streaming tonight. Knock on wood.
Yes.
Hmm.
Wow. It's my lucky rabbit's foot.
If anyone in the chat can also try, just to see if you can actually connect to a multiplayer world. If you're not doing anything else. Just curious to see if it's working for anyone.
Well, it's obviously working for me.
But you're not trying to join though.
That's true.
So it might
Yeah,
have just, you kind of just somehow brute forced your way in.
You knew I couldn't handle a real worker on stream. Is that what he really just said? Yeah, that's why Caveman didn't get in. What's your excuse? Oh.
Yeah, what's your excuse, FF?
Mine's I crash things too often, or sync things, I guess.
I only have 3 words to say to that, Sharko. $18 million.
Oh, it's only 18 million.
Only. Only.
No, Benjamin, you don't think join to anything. I just want to see if it actually like will let anyone connect to any server, or if it's just
Well, he's never tried to
us
do
servers.
any kind of multiplayer connect of any kind before, so all you got to do, Ben, is select multiplayer, join game, and then it's going to try to connect to servers, and it will either let you or not.
Oh, FF's
FF's
It
retired.
only just started.
18
Retiring
18
already?
years old, and he's going to retire.
He's retiring on the $1 he found.
Wait a minute. Now I know where that $18 million disappeared to.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's $18 million, Steven. Come on. You don't forget $18 million at any time soon. Trust me on this. We worked hard for that money. I mean, if it was $18, yeah, I would have let that slide months ago. But 18 million?
He makes 12 carrots? 12 carrots is a lot. You go out there and pick the 12 carrots, do you?
I believe that K stands for 1,000.
Ooh, 1,000 carrots.
That's a lot of carrots.
Say, yeah.
That's a lot of carrots. He
That's
must
what the K stands for, right?
he
Carrot?
must be double cropping those.
I tried growing carrots once. Didn't work out too well.
I think you have to have really loose soil.
Oh, well, I was just saying I planted like 6 in like a very small space, like just seeds in.
Oh, just 6?
Didn't really work too well. Like they started growing. No, like I mean like instead of like placing 1 seed, we were supposed to place each one. I put like 6. So
Oh, you put
let's
too,
say
too
they-
many
they-
seeds in.
yeah, like they actually grew, but they never actually grew any carrot. So there's no carrot. Maybe there's like a little orange speck of carrot. That's about it.
Yeah, you know, 2 or 3 seeds is plenty, and then you got to remember to thin them out, right?
I'm just in a. What's this whole bag for? I just dump it all in.
Farmer Sharko.
Hmm.
How much did it cost to fill that tank? $22, sir. Ah, here's 18 million. That ought to cover it. Oh, this is much better. I kind of had a long, crappy day, guys, so this is actually making me feel a lot better.
Then I just gave all the money to the government
You did what?
and just said, "Here, I don't want to ever pay taxes again." And so I gave the money all to the government and then said, "I don't want to ever pay taxes again."
Yeah, because you would have paid
$18
$18
million
million
in
in
taxes. Or
taxes.
no taxes. I mean, do you know how many vehicles I had to get replaced?
Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
A lot.
Yes, yes, I do. I have a pretty good idea of the number of vehicles you had to have replaced.
Yes, it is pretty bad when you have to chase the chaser bend.
It's all I got, man. I could put a helper on this guy and then drive chaser, but we're not filling up fast enough to make that really worthwhile.
I spent $18 million on maple syrup.
One semi-load of maple syrup costs $18 million. I could almost believe that when you look at the price of real maple syrup.
It's expensive.
It's
It is very
very
expensive.
expensive.
Even up here where it's made, it's still very expensive.
Why is it so expensive?
Because it takes like 24 hours to actually make like a bottle.
It's like 40 gallons to the quart or something like that. It takes like 40 gallons of maple sap boiled down to make a quart of
Mhm.
maple syrup. It's
And if you actually want like and the expensive stuff, which is usually made with wood instead of gas, like boiled or whatever, because wood does actually make a difference in taste. Takes up to like 24 hours. So you
so
have to sit there checking it for 24 hours straight, and that's hence why it's so expensive.
and Sharko knows I'm not that big on maple syrup. I've mentioned this a few times. It's not one of my favorite flavors. I think it's overdone. I don't mind a little maple syrup every now and then, but it's either got to be on pancakes or waffles. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
freaking maple on my donuts. I don't want bacon on my
Ew.
maple. I don't want all that crap. Just anyway, but I do have a very nice bottle of maple syrup that was aged in previously used rum barrels,
Ooh.
That's some good stuff.
and I haven't even
Scooter cost
cracked
me.
it open yet.
Oh,
It was a gift from one of my exes.
Good maples. There is actually this right now. If you go to the store and buy if you go to the store and buy like the maple syrup on the shelf, or actually go and buy real maple syrup, they taste completely different.
Well, yeah,
Like a real.
most of the stuff
So
on the shelf is like artificial maple syrup.
yeah,
It's basically corn syrup that's been flavored to taste like maple.
yeah, which it does not
yeah.
taste anything like. Plus, there's also different. Like you can get strong maple syrup, weak maple syrup, and it's like this color, like the richness of it, kind of like I guess you could say whiskey, or rum.
I'm over halfway done with this field.
It's not bad.
And
Oh,
exported maple syrup in 2016 for 187 million, with Quebec accounting for 90% of the total. Yeah.
all right, I'm going to ask this question, but the answer kind of depends on whether it gets done this stream or not. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. We planted this cornfield that's directly ahead of me because you guys recommended a cornfield for, since the corn harvest is going strong right now in the world, and tribute to real world farmers and all of that jazz. But the question I have to ask is, should we harvest the corn or do I chaff the corn? Harvest it, and basically what we'd end up doing is turning the product into diesel, biodiesel. It would go straight to the diesel plant. Or do we chaff it and turn it into silage for our cattle? Kyle, Kyle, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you joining up. Aiden Lutz asks a question. Birch syrup. Is there birch syrup? And I have never tried it.
Um, any tree that produces that basically is in the cold will produce like syrup. It's just the maple trees. It's a certain type of maple tree that usually produces the sweet stuff.
Right.
Is like it's very sugary in a way.
It's called a sugar maple.
Yeah, and it's the way it is different is it does taste completely different than every other syrup. So the other syrups would be like bitter, and you would never actually get like a thick syrup. It'd just be
Uh,
water, even if after boiling it.
All right, too
birch
cool.
syrup.
Take it easy, man.
Birch syrup is very, very thin, and it's not very sweet, but it does have a pretty unique taste to it.
Could you add sweeteners to it?
Probably could.
I mean, you could. It just would change the, the taste.
Sweeteners and thickening agent of some kind?
It would change
Hmm.
the taste too much with the birch syrup anyway.
Then that would be
Um,
more just want to just make fake syrup.
yeah, it's like the birch syrup is not a very bold taste either, so
It's just maple
Old?
syrup's just the stuff that everyone loves. So, but you can't make anything in any almost any tree that has any type of cold related to it. So you can't. Palm trees don't make syrup, but pine trees do.
Well, and it has to be in a specific range where it drops below freezing and then heats up during the day and then drops below freezing again. There's only a short amount of time during the year you can actually harvest tree sap
Hmm.
because there's a window where it's freezing overnight but warms up above freezing during the day.
It's when the trees produce way more than they need,
Right.
so you just harvest some.
yep.
But it only
Seraph.
happens a certain year.
Seraph,
Ooh.
welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us.
Hello. She
Welcome.
forgot me. They forgot me.
I've got one vote for chaff on that cornfield from Kevin. Anybody else want to weigh in? If we chaff it, it definitely won't be today because that's going to require some major chaser bin action. That's a big field. That's going to be a lot of chaff. We might need a separate bunker silo for that.
Nah, our bunker silo is empty. It should fit.
Hey, thanks, Ben. I appreciate you piping in and throwing that out for everybody. A little reminder. Man, we're doing good today, guys. We're missing Caveman, we're missing Sharko, and we're up to 26 watchers.
I have 28.
I
We've
see.
got 27.
Yep, now it's 27.
Maybe a few people couldn't connect, and so other streams got a little bit
Well,
cut off. I don't know.
apparently birch syrup is used in like pork and glazing and all that.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm. But wait, maple syrup, like the prime time for maple syrup is about a week. You have about a week to collect maple syrup. Obviously, depending on the year, it can change, but yep. So Benjamin's having the same issue too about not being able to connect. So it's just a farming sim issue.
Okay, so Ben can't connect either, so it's definitely an across the board issue. Uh, Mr. Swede, which syrup are you asking? Is birch syrup good or maple syrup good? I missed it. I missed what you said earlier. Da 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 da. Yeah, we got that. If you don't need another silo, do chaff. Well, yeah, the cranberry field's next. It's ready to go also. Wow, 100 to 150 liters of birch sap to produce 1 liter of syrup.
Wow, so it's really bad birch syrup to make.
Yeah, more than twice what it takes to make maple.
But I
Over there.
think your window for collecting the syrup or the sap is
Birch,
also longer.
birch might be longer. Yeah,
I think you have a longer window for birch.
I just know maples are very picky. Like, you
Yep.
get long to harvest them. Mm.
Oh crap! I
I
didn't
know one year
realize
we
how
actually got
full
a
I
whole
was.
month. We got a month one year of being able to harvest maple syrup, and it was you saw maple syrup everywhere. People are selling it on the streets. It's just because there's so much of it at that point.
Benjamin Haithcote, welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching my videos, bud. I'm glad you've been enjoying them, and really happy to have you with us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for
absolutely.
being your first stream. We're not all on the actual stream, but we're here in spirit.
And normally we've got Caveman and Sharko with us today. Unfortunately, Giants has decided that no one shall play FS19 except for Harv. Multiplayer, anyway. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to go chase down my chaser bin again.
And you really need to get a guy that you don't have to chase down all the time, Harv.
I know, right? This is like having FF drive chaser bin for me. Ooh.
Hey.
Just kidding, FF. FF actually does a good job. He does.
There's no water for me to crash into, so you're good. But as soon as there's water for me to crash into, like, ooh, water, let me go towards that.
In Sweden, they put yams on pancakes with a little sugar and some whipped cream. That doesn't sound half bad.
Doesn't.
No, it doesn't sound half bad at all.
But you know, exported maple syrup is not cheap.
There, I remember seeing a video about some massive maple syrup heist
Actually,
a couple decades ago or so.
it has happened, yes. Let's just say maple syrup is sometimes worth, in actual weight too, worth more than gold,
Hmm.
Hey,
depending on
Giberon,
the
how you
year.
doing, man? Welcome to the stream. I'm still really interested to see what this has to be. Just another form of clover, right? Probably
Hmm.
not, because I don't remember seeing anything on the product list about clover chaff or clover silage or anything like that. Find out.
Yes, it's very weird.
The only pure Russian map that I know of, Aiden, is it Razvet? And I'm not even sure.
Rosvet,
I'm
yeah.
not even sure that's 100% Russian. Yeah, see, we've got regular clover, but there's nothing else clover related here, so I don't know. It must be. It's either chaff. It could be hay, believe it or not.
It is the color of hay, or similar to the color of hay.
What it was Kaz, when you did coffee, he used to have hay windrows, right?
Oh, it was a lot of hay too. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it's a big deal, and
Was it
obviously
hay or was it straw?
it was hay for sure.
Was it hay?
I guarantee it was hay. In a lot of places, peanut hay is a big deal. I was just reading about this a couple weeks ago. Yeah, and it's not even the type of peanuts like you would grow to have peanuts. It's a special kind of peanut that you grow. It doesn't do a lot of the legumes. It just produces a lot of plant biomatter that you can harvest and turn into some type of hay. And they call it peanut hay.
Oh, I actually just realized that it's always really good. Freshly made maple syrup on snow. Like fresh off the grill, pour it in snow. with a popsicle stick is so good.
Well, you would have, if you've got maple syrup fresh off the grill that you just poured in snow, you're going to have a cup full of water with maple syrup in it.
You'd be surprised it doesn't actually. It becomes toffee. The syrup becomes toffee,
It becomes toffee.
and it's like usually yeah. It,
Because
well,
it
nothing
sounds
actually
to
comes
me
off of
like
it.
you're talking about making some kind of a snow cone.
No, so you lay it. So you have like a bed of snow. You put a popsicle stick down. You get like the thing, and you pour like a spoon, and you like kind of dump it on it. Thick. Once it hits the snow, it forms and it creates like toffee. It's actually really good.
Huh. Okay.
It's really hard to explain, but like
I'll say it
it
sounds
is
a
very
little bit confusing.
okay. You take the maple syrup. It has to be like proper maple syrup, not cheap stuff, and it's thick. But you get it on snow, and it creates like a popsicle looking thing. When you eat it, it's all chewy.
So Gibberon, you're
And
saying
it's
you
like
play
really,
farm sim with your little boy and he loves it. I love to hear the stories about parents who play with
really
their
good.
kids.
But you only have
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was talking and then Sharko just cut in, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, I love to hear the stories about parents playing farm sim with their kid. I get those quite frequently, actually, and I think it's fantastic that, parents and kids have that joint interest like that. Not something I ever would have got my parents to do. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Good for you, man. Good for you. Anything you can do to be involved with your kid, man, that's fantastic. And Aiden was talking about, said his mom had some. Said it was really good. So apparently, Sharko, it's a popular thing. People like it. I just never heard of it before. I wonder if Sharko dropped. If that's what happened.
Uh, Sharko did just drop.
Oh, that's what happened. Weird connection issue.
I'm back.
There he is.
Sorry about that. The computer decided to connect to the internet it couldn't connect to for some reason. Like, I want to try. I want to connect to this. It's like, I didn't tell you to.
That's fantastic, Gibberon. Is it Gibberon or Gibberon? Either way, that's still fantastic. In Winnipeg, they have the Festival de Voyager where they do the maple syrup on snow. Looks like you need to go to Winnipeg, Charco.
No, we have a big place here that does it too.
Man, whatever this is putting out, it's putting out a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be several 100,000 liters of this. These are not small windrows this is producing.
It's good, right?
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know what it is or what it's going to sell for. We've got all the hay we can bloody use for a while. Gibberon. Gibberon, got it.
It looks more like chaff, the color, than hay.
It does. Well, we're
Worst
not.
case scenario, we have room in the silo.
We'll store it. Although, what's chaff selling for right now? We kind of need to start bringing in some money from our crops. Chaff is running 94. Chaff actually sells better than grass by $20.
Wow.
Although turning it into silage will quadruple that price. So
What did you say it was selling for?
94 chaff.
Well, your target's 98, so it's not far off.
Right. But again,
Well, hello, Bruce Gaming.
storing it and turning it to silage is going to quadruple the price.
That's true too. Hi, Bruce Gaming, and welcome.
Yeah, Bruce, glad to have you with us, man. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate having you here.
Mm-hmm.
Name's Bruce. Maybe other streams that I've been watching. I've seen you, Bruce. I feel like you've been here before, but I think maybe I've seen you in other streams. You follow Mouse? Do you do Mouse's streams? I know I've seen that name around. Now, if I said to you guys this phrase, long time listener, first time caller, would you know what I was talking about?
Nope.
It sounds very familiar, but I could not for the life of me.
Sounds familiar, but I have no clue.
Hi, Mr. Insert Popular Radio host here. My name's Jim, long-time listener, first-time caller. Used to be a big thing with call-in radio shows.
That's why it sounds familiar,
the
but
host,
I don't actually remember.
yeah, the host would ask you to call in with a question or a comment, and he would take phone calls. And the line that people always used was, "Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller." Oh yeah, Eric would know. Kevin would know. We're of an age.
No, I've definitely heard at least things too that I don't know myself what it was.
Oh, Harley's the culprit. Harley dragged Bruce in. Thank you, Harley. Anybody you can drag in, I always appreciate. I'm sure you know that. I don't know if people would say that to. Are you talking about Howard Stern, Harley? I don't know if people would even bother saying that to Howard Stern. They would just be something silly and obnoxious. There you go. There's a bunch of us who still know. Almost done. Probably going to get about 50,000 liters of clover seed off of this field, which isn't that much. This
Well, if
ain't
it's anything like
this ain't the CAS 64 clover.
I was gonna say, if it's anything like that, it'd sell for all like $500,000, almost $1 million.
And I'm pretty sure this doesn't regrow, but yeah, we'll give her a shot and see.
Yeah, clover regrow in Kaz's maps, didn't it?
Oh yeah, and it grew fast.
I know it grew really fast. Like you could be done, you wouldn't even be done harvesting another field, and it'd be done.
Oh yeah, that could easily happen on a CAS map with clover.
Mm-hmm.
And you would get, like this field right here, you would probably have 600,000 or 700,000 liters of clover, and you would make a couple $1,000,000 off of it, and you could keep doing that day after day because the clover kept regrowing. It's craziness. It gets out of
Maybe
control. It's almost like cheating. It gets that bad.
Mm-hmm. The windrows it made though didn't sell for very much.
No, but that's not like the intent of these
Yeah.
windrows on this field right here are not to sell. They're to make other product with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to keep this one tight together.
You know what should be really cool is if instead of like when you make windrows, you like shoot it up. It would actually like fertilize the ground.
That would be interesting. There
That does actually
are
like that is like what farmers do sometimes.
there are some stubble cultivator mods out there that will do that.
Well, there are a few.
Although you know what else would be really cool?
What?
What's that?
This is another real life thing also. So when you got stubble left on a field like this, you could bring your cattle in and let them graze it.
Oh yeah, that's what they do for our cornfields up here.
That's very much a real world thing.
Hmm.
All right, that's one clover field.
I actually also saw a clots harvester, but it was yellow. It also looked like no, it had like a 15-meter header. It was a massive header.
That's a big freaking header.
Like I don't
The
know the
yellow,
exact size, but it was massive. Like just
the
looking at
yellow.
it, hmm
Was it? Did it have a cat logo on it by some chance?
um, I didn't see it to see if it was a cat logo. Let's see if I can
Okay.
I'm gonna search it up and see if I can find it.
Because I've seen some of the yellow ones with a cat logo on them as well, and they had a Caterpillar diesel in it instead of the one that normally comes in it.
All I know is it was massive.
Andrew Key is asking, and I can't remember. Have we ever used it's actually Krona, the Krona cargo mod?
I don't think so.
I don't think we have either. In fact, I can't picture it in my head.
Doesn't ring a bell to me.
Okay, man, did it look more like that normal harvester? Because the harvester I saw was more of a cube, like the one that Harv's using right now. It's not that one, but it looks very similar.
It was kind of a cube.
Okay, because the ones I searched up are more like the traditional harvester. This is class, so it might have been then.
Oh, that's where I left it by the house. There it is. I needs a tractor, and I needs.
I saw for some reason it didn't look like it had a top. Maybe it was closed, but it didn't look like it had the thing open on top. But I just know it looked like the header on it was massive compared to the actual harvester.
Hey, Mad
So
Max, how you doing, man?
Hey,
That's what I came over here for. We're gonna find out what those windrows are for real now.
I search Kloss, and the first thing that comes up is a toy from Walmart.
hey.
You know, it probably was yeah, it looks like a Lexan, must be, because it's the only one they have.
The Lexion.
Yeah.
There's
I'm on
more.
their
There's
website
more.
now.
There's more than just a Lexion.
Only yellow. It's the only one they make that's yellow.
Oh, I see.
It was yellow.
Blue
So
Fox, how you doing, man? Welcome to Harv's World. Glad to have you with us, as always. Mr. Fox is around frequently. Although we don't see him as much as we used to, but he still hangs out.
wow, this thing has 620 horsepower. Ooh.
Got a lot of horsepower, that's for sure.
Where can I see it's?
There you go, Matthew. Ravenport on Xbox, all the way to PV Uncharted on PC. That's the way you do it.
What's the biggest header they sell? I mean, it's possible it wasn't even theirs.
The biggest Draper header that was developed for Kloss was a 66-foot header. I don't think it's actually made by Klaus, but it was developed for them.
Right now, the current ones they sell right now is a 14-meter header.
It's grass. What's coming off
Grass.
this field is grass.
That seems really light. Oh, that's because you're using the alpine forest, yeah, or alpine textures. Yes, that's why it's so
It's
light.
grass.
I am not
Okay.
collecting all of this right now, I can tell you. But I'm going to do one row, and we're going to estimate how much grass is on this field.
A lot.
Is there a way to turn the wrapper off on certain balers? In particular, the Klaus Varibaler. Not that I'm aware of, although to be fair, I don't use many bale wrappers.
Any base game bale wrapper will do it automatically. You can't turn them off.
Yeah.
That's including DLC. You just have to have one that doesn't bail.
Or you'd have to have just a baler and a wrapper separate instead of the.
That's why I like the Vicon one, the one that you've got the baler and the wrapper that attaches behind it. That way you can have it on or off.
Okay, so we've got 34,000 liters on one pass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 rows.
So a full bunker silo full.
So that's 34,000 times 22. 748,000 liters of grass.
Wow.
Okay, so half a bunker silo full.
Half a bunker silo full. But that's a lot of bloody grass.
That is.
That is a lot of grass. Holy shnikes, Batman. That's going to take some time to pick up. Not today. I'm just going to drop this trailer off right here. Oops. Shut her down. Now I guess we're going to go harvest some cranberries.
It's interesting. Apparently, Klaus is actually free baking the states now.
It's a world market. Nobody doing business of any kind
That's true.
is not selling in the U.S. and vice versa. And if they are being very foolish. Time for some cranberry action.
Cranberries, yay!
There we go.
Don't forget to flood the field.
I wish we could flood the field.
That's something I wish that I wish there's ways to add different water heights to the game, so you actually flood fields and it actually makes sense.
Well, certain maps have added that aspect to it, but it's purely cosmetics.
No,
Hey.
I kind of wish they actually did it. Hey, Bradley.
Hey, Bradley, how's it going, man?
Bradley.
What did you miss? You missed the great clover harvest. That's about it. I am running solo today, even though Sharko and Caveman are here at least to provide color commentary.
Yeah. Commentary.
Commentary. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big deal right now, Eric. The cargo ships are all sorts of backed up, constipated. The ports can't handle everything. This whole issue with what's been going on for the past year, and nobody wants to work now, and everybody's struggling to find employees, and
Yeah.
Mr. Sweet, I genuinely don't know. I never know until I get to the end, which is the absolute truth. And it kind of depends on how many Vikings do we have. There's a lot of Vikings. I'm going to do one more on Sweden specific to talk about Swedish agriculture. And then I might do an episode on the Swedish bikini team. Okay, no, I won't be doing that, but I'd like to. And then I think I'm going to start working on Viking lore and history. So
Probably at least 10, 15 more episodes.
yeah, 10 or 15. That's about normal. Because this was number 6. So I would count on probably at least 15 more. Besides, I got to get that boy's farm sorted out. He's still over $500,000 in debt, or well, €500,000 in debt. Okay, I can see how this is going to go. So I need my truck. That's not my truck. That's my truck. Gotta go back over and get that extra trailer. What do we think of the TLX 3500 coming out tomorrow? To be completely honest, I really haven't paid much attention. Call me a bit of a naysayer, and it has nothing to do with 82 Studios or anything like that. I don't get excited about what everybody else is excited about. I kind of do my own thing. I march to my own drummer. And so the fact that the TLX 3500 is coming out tomorrow really doesn't affect me in one way or another.
I kind of want to see how he did on the dynamic suspension, but other than that, I'm not really excited about it either.
I think we still have cranberries left over from the last harvest of these things that we never hit price on. Yup, 146,000 liters of them to be exact. Oh, I'm going to turn that off.
Yes, I just checked. There is no way to actually turn off the wrapper.
I didn't think so.
It's all set. So either if you want to use the bale wrapper, you'll have to just get one that doesn't have one.
It'd be cool if they would make it like that.
It would actually, yeah. I mean, what is the cheapest baler?
The cheapest baler used to be, until they changed it and jacked it up, that John Deere, I can't remember the number, but it's only $12,000.
Yeah, but now they made it require the straw
Straw
harvest
harvest?
DLC or something like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
unless you've got an old version of it,
I do.
Well, the cheapest one right now is 50,000.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I mean, 82 Studios does great stuff. He really does, and I'm impressed by it, just like everybody else. But I just don't get excited about everything that everybody else is excited about. I mean, you can see we like our old school equipment here pretty much more than anything. You give me something old school,
Hmm.
I'm probably going to get excited about it.
Yeah.
I really do think Farming Sim, though, like what you said, Harv, needs to add like a time thing.
That would be
Like what you,
amazing if they would do that.
A historic progression of farming.
like even if that was just like a campaign or something you did instead of it being like a free play or something, I think it would still be great.
I think
So like a campaign for like
well, any
John
type of
Deere.
campaign would be really cool.
It's like a John Deere campaign where you go through the times of like the different technology that John Deere had or something like that.
Yeah, I've been playing in the 5 minutes I get every now and then of free time these days. I've been playing some more Railway Empire,
Hmm.
and I really like the way that they progress the timeline in those and set goals for you in each timeline and all of that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, Seraph, I wish that somebody would make more tow behind harvesters.
Hmm.
Tow behind corn harvester would be nice.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
not.
definitely.
It does not chaff, but like actually harvests corn
Right.
would be
Oops.
nice. Also, a tow behind cotton harvester would be pretty cool too.
Ooh, it would be. Would it make full bales or would it make like small bales?
It would shoot it into a wagon. It would
Oh,
be loose
a
cotton,
wagon.
right?
Yeah,
Yep, it'd be loose cotton.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, Seraph, I've already got one. I was using pull behind harvesters before pull behind harvesters were cool. Can anybody tell me when, where, why, and how?
I can say where
Where?
off the grid.
That's right.
Oh.
I started using a tow behind the far harvester before it was on Mod Hub. I started
Yep.
that on off the grid about a year ago now.
Hmm.
In fact, I dusted it off a few episodes ago because my Russian harvester broke down.
Yep.
And I still have it, although unfortunately or fortunately, depending, it's more an ornament than a useful tool, but I still like it.
Hey, that's the main thing.
So somebody tell me something good out there. You guys tell me something good that has happened to you in the last month or so. Let's have a everybody does good Harv stream. That is a special harvester, Eric.
Um, from what I know, most like sweet corn is picked by hand. At least the ones that are sold inside the stacks up here.
I know on On one of the Facebook book groups at one point, somebody was working on a, a cob corn harvester. Whether it was sweet corn or field corn, I don't remember. But I don't think it ever got finished.
I don't think it ever got finished either. Is that the one from the same guy that did Massey Pull Behind?
Was it Tired Iron or Old School Modding or one of those groups?
If it's the one I'm thinking of, yes, I've got it, and it's very, very, very buggy.
Here you go, Kevin. Kevin wanted cranberries. There they are, my man. That's a creepy downspout action going on there. Hey, Finn84, you are welcome, my friend. You are very welcome. It's my pleasure. And you're in good company because a lot of these folks started the exact same way you did. In fact, Mad Mex might still be around. He was here a little bit ago. He's one of the guys who started the same way you did, and he was just talking about learning how to combine auto drive and course play, which are two of the more complex mods for this game. So yeah, he's come a long way, but you know, that's what you can do when you put your mind to it, and I'm glad you're enjoying the game, man. Always love to hear from you guys who are enjoying this game as much as I do, especially when I've done a little bit of something to help. I caught a glimpse of those pumpkins, Bradley. They have buds on them. I would have thought, well, you might have got them in a little bit late, didn't you? I would have kind of thought they'd have been had some pumpkins on those by now. It's October, but they probably still have a chance. You're probably far enough south. The cold won't get to them just yet.
I know our leaves are already yellow, red.
Case 1862 comes in a pack with different headers. Interesting. What was that, Sharko? I'm sorry.
But our leaves on our trees are already red and green and all that, or red and yellow.
Like, you all know I live in the desert now, and it hasn't broken 70 here in the last 2 days. Right?
That's cold for the desert.
Desert can get really cold at night.
That's true, actually, they can.
Yeah, there's about a 50 to 60 degree difference between day and night. But I'm talking the hot part of the day. It has not gotten above about 68.
Wow.
I ended up hiring a
I have heard
helper.
that when you're on rain in Vegas. You know, it 1 year, or when you went to Vegas.
I'll tell you what I'll never
Vegas.
do again. I will never go to Vegas for New Year's again. Wow. Not because Vegas isn't awesome. Vegas is not awesome during New Year's. It is so bloody
busy.
crowded. You can't even get like a Coke. Wait in line for an hour and a half just to get a soda.
Oh, really?
Pretty much.
Oh.
It's a bit ridiculous.
All right, Seraph, man. Have a good night at work. Appreciate you being here. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Well, it's almost October. What? We're 3 days away from October.
Yes.
Day after tomorrow's October 1st, right?
Should be.
Oh man, where am I going to go from here? We got the clover harvested, have the cranberries harvested. Now what am I going to do? Oh, I was going to tell you, caveman. I made 160,000 liters of TMR, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Well, you said it would be nice to have some stocked up in the silo, and so I just grabbed the mixer and some bales. Come on, Mr. Helper,
Yeah.
drive that thing. Get your hustle
I
on
didn't.
there.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Sadly, you cannot play with us on this server that we're playing on now. Or
No,
that
it's
Harv's playing by himself on.
the logistics of trying to bring people on stream right now are just not feasible. I have a duplicate server, a dedicated server, that is available to all members who sign up and subscribe or sign up to Harv's World. Not subscribe, although the lack of activity on that server is making me wonder if I shouldn't just reset it now and just make it an open dedicated server. But we have set up that server to be identical to this one. All the mods that we use you have access to, and you start, well, not exactly the same way we did, but basically the same. We've been at this for quite a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. And the dedicated server advanced a whole lot quicker than we did, thanks to like one person that just
Yeah, Ty.
So,
eats. Yeah, Ty just eats, sleeps, and breathes that dedicated server.
I literally think he was on that server for like 36 hours straight.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Well, Steven's in Australia, so yeah, tomorrow would be October 1st for him.
today is the 30th for him.
Yeah, it's the 29th for everybody in the States, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I forgot to do was turn my time back up, so we're actually advancing some time during the day. The bee farm is trucking along. Oh, we've got more beehives that I can get working. Okay, I need to go pull beehives again.
A lot of beehives.
Lots of
Mhm.
beehives.
Apparently.
We get a wide contingent of folks from all over the world. And I love that fact. It's like my favorite
Where-
thing. I know I obsess over it sometimes, but
Where is everyone watching from? Haven and Harvard from the States. I'm from Canada. Now, where are all you guys from?
well, we've already said Steven's from Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley already said he's from Memphis, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Mr. Swede, as far as I'm concerned, it's a play nice with each other server. So, it's kind of a group effort. We didn't set up individual farms. But Ben, very funny. Martin's from Texas. Ethan Hollingsworth, outstanding, another Australian viewer. We get a lot of Australians on the stream, and in the Discord, which is always free.
Oh. Yeah, Mr. Sweets from Sweden.
Obviously, from Sweden. Yeah, for sure, from Sweden. Yes, that's a movie quote, by the way. Indiana, Texas. Well, they're all one and the same.
Utah.
Yeah, Tom doesn't live that far from me in Utah. Outstanding. Why did my helper quit?
Oh, you have a UK.
Good Sharko hired him.
Well, I didn't hire them this time.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, he ran out of fuel.
Oh.
We're completely out of fuel. We actually ran out of fuel. That's pretty amazing, actually.
Oh, better go get my truck.
Wow. When was the last
Wow,
time
that's
you ran out of fuel?
that's a Harv's World stream first right there. Mr. Swede knows what I'm talking about. Outstanding, dude. I love that. He has a girl from Inga. But you're wearing lederhosen. Oh, but those guys know. I can't believe you guys know where that quote comes from. That is awesome.
Oh, you know what I didn't get to do this stream, which I was supposed to do?
What's that?
Yeah, you're supposed to harvest our
the
poplars.
tiny trees, poplars.
Well, you can get in after the stream. You can do it after the stream.
There you go.
Harv, remember the trigger on that is on the driver's side and you have to turn the pump on?
The pump is on.
Okay.
When the pump's on, can I fuel then?
Yes.
Yes, I can. Wow. I can't believe we actually ran a piece of equipment out of fuel. That is awesome. Yeah, call me crazy. Now we got a couple guys from Pennsylvania. Kevin's from Pennsylvania. Kyle's from Pennsylvania. Richard May, yes, that's exactly what it is. Trading places.
Ah, yes.
Please do help me with my rucksack.
I go have to watch that again.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Just need free time to be able to watch movies.
There we go. Oops. Oh, I think I must have raised it up too high because it's not harvesting now.
Horseplay will let you run out. It's a setting that you can change in there to stop it at 20% or refill it at 20%. But unfortunately, Courseplay is not compatible with multiplayer.
Apparently, running out of fuel is not compatible with this harvester either because it doesn't want to harvest my cranberries now.
That'd be an interesting bug.
That is interesting.
Or it's like the time you ran out of diesel in your semi. It's a pain to get it back to work.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't want to harvest now.
You try cutting it off and cutting it back on?
Yeah, I'm trying to drop the header now and bring the header back on and see what happens. Oh, is this section just not quite ready to harvest? No, it's not ready to harvest. It's not the harvester, it's the bloody crop. Never mind. Okay.
Hey.
Yes, Richard, that's exactly Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. At least back then. Oh, my. Anyway, moving right along. She could have been a member of the Swedish bikini team.
What is everyone's favorite crop in Farming Sim?
Anything that's not vanilla.
My favorite crop. Potatoes.
Grass.
No.
We all know Harv's favorite crop is carrots.
Oh, yeah. Harv loves them
Actually-
carrots.
I actually have to say mine's the red cabbage. Is that right?
I know what I was going to do.
The red cabbage is my favorite.
The red cabbage on CAS 64 maps is pretty spectacular. I have to
Mhm.
agree with you
On
there.
CAS 64 maps.
I know what I was going to do.
Well, if you know what you were gonna do, what were you gonna do?
I'm going to go get my tractor that has the milling machine on it. Oh, wrong field. There we go. Because I need to run over to the dairy barn. I'm gonna go clean up
Oh.
after some cows.
There is actually a map that has a highway. Like a proper highway. Or
Yeah,
interstate, I guess you
it's-
would call it.
Yeah, there's two of them actually. Susquehanna River Valley and Kaz's Wild West map does also.
No, this one's called New Lands. It's a forestry map.
Oh.
Yeah.
What about Old Lands?
Yeah, what about Old Lands? What do you know about that one?
I don't know.
We need to make more compost. For
Well,
some-
you got a bunch of chaff.
Oh, that's a good point. We could just, but I have a whole bunch of cattle poop to get rid of.
The only interest is he hates harvesting sugarcane.
Does anybody like harvesting sugarcane? Honestly,
I think it's
Uh,
cool, but like I like the idea of it.
yeah, me too.
I just wouldn't do a big field.
I wouldn't do a big field either.
And yeah, canola is awesome. What's not to love about canola?
It's a plain, normal, everyday crop.
Yeah, but it's such a pretty crop.
I still think red cabbage is better.
That's I mean, we're just talking about personal preference here. There's no my. Let's see. We're not crossing swords. We're not having a competitive urination contest here. It's just what's your personal opinion.
No, I have to say the red cabbage is my favorite.
I do
Except for
like
it's a pain to harvest
I,
with the normal harvester.
I do like the red cabbage. Kaz did a really good job on that.
Oh, there's snow in Colorado.
Jesus Garcia, does who
Sure.
read your comments? Does he? I am he, and I read
They are
everything.
he.
I am he. He
He is me.
he who
He
picks
is
up
him.
the poo and dishes some of it out from time to time. Yeah, that's gonna be most of it.
Hi, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick, long time no see, man. Good to have you back with us. That's right. I drive a tractor. That means I can force my way out of any situation.
Wish that was true.
I drive it like caveman taught me to drive it. Drive it like you stole it. Right, caveman?
Exactly. Drive it like you stole it and don't look back.
My tractor has a low and high gear.
Oh, Jesus. Talk to anybody in here, man. I'm always on the comments. I don't get them all, so if I miss one, I apologize. But I try to keep up with them.
He does try to.
That's why
If you read everyone's comment, it'd be very, not or very confusing.
I'm not going to read them out loud, but I will respond to them at least. So how are you doing, Jesus? Sounds like this might be your first time, so I appreciate you dropping in and checking out Harv's World. Hopefully you enjoy it. Well, we have the what's that mod called, Caveman? The trailer locking blocking. Yeah,
The
Denver.
lock axle.
Axle blocker.
Yeah, the axle blocker mod. So we
It's
don't,
on Mod Hub. It's a PC only mod.
and it doesn't work for all trailers. It does work for all base game trailers, however.
It works for a pretty good chunk of trailers. Basically, if it doesn't work, it just comes down to the modder didn't code it properly.
Maybe didn't realize it was an option even.
That too.
I have seen Aiden. I have seen in Colorado snow in July before. Of course, I was at 12,000 feet going across Eisenhower Pass, but yeah,
That count. Maybe I guess it's still in the state.
it's in the state. It just
Yeah.
happens to be one of the highest mountain passes in the states.
One thing I can never wrap my head around is it's spring right now in southern hemisphere.
Yes, yes, it is. They just got done with
It's
winter over there or down there.
it's like weird. Like December is summer, and July is snow. Maybe not snow, but colder.
And when you flush the toilet, everything spins backwards.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, that is actually a real thing.
It is a real
It
thing.
is.
It's totally a real
It's
thing.
just weird.
It's physics.
I mean, I understand it. It's still just though like that's
All
a
right.
thing.
We're gonna push this mother right out of here. Come on, let's go. No, maybe not. Trailer axle blocker might be my friend here all of a sudden. Oh, not without the right trailer selected, it won't be. There we go.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
We got this. Come on, Missy B. Can I lock both of them?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
I've never tried before. Oh, it's not aligned enough. I might not have room to get it aligned enough. Oh, no, I did.
Just keep pushing backwards. It'll be okay.
This is going to be
Yeah,
like
sure.
backing out a set of doubles.
I'm sure you've done it before.
Only in game.
But the question is, has he ever done it before with the current setup he's using?
Nope. No, he
I
has
haven't
not.
in real life. But
Well,
You
now
got enough room now. If you unblock them, you can just.
have you ever backed up a set of doubles in your life?
I did just unblock him. There we go. There we go. Might as well top off my slurry tank. It's almost full, but I might as well make sure it's completely full before I run all the way over there. Well, Jesus, fair enough. So we have got Caveman, who is here almost all of the time and has been a fantastic help to me and Harv's World in general. Been a very good friend to the channel, and he is our mod aficionado. And then the other guy is Sharko.
Hello.
He is our comic relief. And one heck of a nice guy. We love him to pieces. And he helps when he can. He's been very busy working for his parents. But that's going to be coming to an end here pretty soon. So he'll be back with us more often. And then we also have Firefighting Farmer, who's not with us right now. But he helps out on Sundays. But if you go back and watch any of our older streams, you'll see these guys popping in repeatedly. Everybody's having really serious connection issues to multiplayer today. In fact, apparently that's just site-wide. Like, everybody's having that problem all over, but it kept Caveman and Sharko from joining and helping out directly today. But they're here in spirit and voice.
And it'll probably clear up right after the stream ends, like usual.
Oh yeah.
Of course it will.
That'd be our luck.
I need to try that wood sound mod.
No, I have not tried that yet.
Bradley keeps asking us about it, and I have not had a chance to try it yet, and I really, really want to.
Not Bradley. Steven says water boy.
I was about to say, and Sharko is apparently also our water boy.
Yes, yes.
And he's not allowed to touch the dynamite.
And he's not allowed
Aw.
to drive over 5 miles an hour.
That's right, he can't drive over 5 miles an hour.
So we repeatedly like to send him to town, and then complain that it takes him too long.
That's right. Good God, Sharko. Aren't you done delivering that stuff yet? Oh, come on. It's close enough to aligned. No, really. It's aligned. Thank you. Now I think I screwed it up. Oh, well, we'll know soon enough. Yep, I screwed it up.
It's got to be pretty much perfectly aligned.
Well, I accidentally double tapped the Y key instead of singles, so it
Whoops.
Oops. This trailer does not like to turn when the axle's blocked, though. Not at all.
Think about how heavy that trailer is.
If you have two of them, they behave really weirdly.
It only weighs like 5 ounces, right?
Probably weigh more like 15 tons.
All right.
I've seen all the Jurassic Park movies and Jurassic Worlds.
Oh, Tom is going over Eisenhower right now.
Oh wow.
Be careful
But
up
then
there,
how's he in the
Tom.
stream? Oh, maybe he's staying for the night. No, that makes sense.
Well, we got our... Oh, unblock. You can unblock now. It's all good. I gotta tell you guys, we have so many productions working on this map now. It's actually gotten to a point where it's hard to keep track of them all.
We're just getting started with productions. That's the sad part.
That is the sad part. We've
What
already got
production?
we've already got the next 3 productions planned. How sad is that?
And the next 3 that we have planned are just to get the 4th one up and running.
Exactly. We have to build 3 more productions just to make the stuff necessary to build the 4th one. And that's on top of anything extra interesting and fun we want to do.
Yep.
Is there a different tip in for this?
I didn't know it would take slurry, to be honest with you.
Will it not take slurry?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Composter. Oh, it's right there in front of me. Durr. Organics. No, it does not take slurry. Oops. Where did I put the slurry then? I must have put the slurry in the process station. Yep. And it can hold it, because it'll hold 100,000 liters, so I can easily get 25,000 liters in that bad boy. Hey, it all worked out in the end. This is our fertilizer station. We actually have enough fertilizer we could almost think about selling some of it off.
Oh, wow.
We got 100,000 liters.
Eh, that's enough to last a couple days.
Oh, that's right. I got more beehives I need to go put away. So after this, I'll go take care of them.
Yep, more beehives.
At least they make the
Forget about
beehives
that.
quick.
Oh, yeah, they make them pretty quick.
The funny thing, though, is that as the bees collect or make honey, they actually disappear.
Aww.
So you have to keep making bees. Beehives.
Poor bees.
Or bees.
But they're making us good honey, so it's worth it.
We hope they are.
I hope it's good, honey.
Oh, I thought
Well, at
these.
least it's gonna be something.
I thought these hives auto spawned. They don't.
I thought they did too. They normally do.
There's 8,000 liters of them sitting in here, and I don't see a single one.
They might maybe wait until they're empty.
And I've got
Maybe a
room
few.
for like. I've got 6 more buildings I can fill up with bees.
Oh, there's none left in the.
I wonder.
Oh, I'm not live. That's why.
You're
Sure.
what?
I'm about 2 minutes behind on the stream.
Oh.
You're just
No,
dumping into the manure now into this thing.
It says it's full. It says I've got all that I need.
Ooh.
I don't know. I do not know. Aiden, are you playing on console or on PC? because there are lots of ways you can do infinite money, my friend.
Lots of ways.
The easiest one is to find the government subsidy sign, because I know that's on both. It's on Mod Hub, government subsidy sign. And yes, I'm going to carry this bucket of nails. I ate my Wheaties this morning.
Did you really?
I did. But the government subsidy sign on Mod Hub will give you $100,000 per hour, or 100,000 euros, or whatever currency you choose to play on.
Well, since you're playing on PC, you could also download and install Easy Dev Tools. Then you can set the amount of money you want. You can add money, you can remove money.
Right.
You can reset bugged out items.
You can activate super strength.
Yeah, super strength, fly mode, all kinds of cool stuff. Change crop types on a field.
Increase your or speed up time much faster.
Oh yeah, it'll allow you to go all the way up to 4,000 times speed instead of being limited to what is it normally 120.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, sleeping's actually 4,000, I believe.
Sleeping is 5,000.
Oh, is it 5,000 sleeping?
Yes, but this will allow you to go to 4,000 anytime you want.
Yeah. I wish when you sleep, you could choose what time you'd sleep to instead of just saying how many hours.
Do you know how amazing that would be?
Well,
So I said it.
How hard is it to go? It's 8 o'clock and I want to sleep and I want to get up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's 10 hours.
Although,
It's
but the stars
pretty
I want to wake up.
simple math.
No, it is simple math. But what I'm saying is, I've done a few times where I'll go to bed at like 11 at night, and I'll have it set for 6 hours. But I want to wake up at the same time the next day, and I forget that I set it. So I'll wake up at like 3 in the morning and can't go back to sleep because I forgot to change it.
But that's on you. You didn't change it. You just have to remember to do it.
It'd also be nice if you could set sleep till sunup.
So, okay, sun up definitely. Because seasons, that'd be nice on.
I don't know. I don't have those issues with sleep. I just sleep when I need to sleep for however many hours I think I should sleep for. I wish I could do that in real life.
Oh, that would be
Hours.
beautiful.
I want to sleep for 8 hours. 8 hours, yes.
Jesus, we're not offended by that question. We do tend to keep things on stream and in the channel family friendly, but these days, I mean, that's a legal crop in a lot of places. So as far as I'm concerned, it's an honest question. The closest you'll get in game that I have seen, and I have not looked directly, the closest you'll get to it is hemp. This map, in fact, has hemp for harvest on it.
Yes.
And it
But-
looks a lot like a marijuana leaf.
That is true as well.
Come on.
Although I think Kaz's maps do a better job of the crop texture.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Well, for lack of anything better to do, I guess I'm going to start collecting grass. Well, there's an auto load log trailer on consoles now. You gotta like
No,
that.
there is not.
There's not?
It is not an auto load log trailer. It is a mulching trailer. It turns logs into wood chips and stores them on the trailer, and while they're on the trailer in the form of wood chips, they look like logs.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a way to get around the auto load feature, though.
It is.
Yeah, but you lose so much money.
Um,
Wood chips aren't worth crap.
Maybe the mod adds.
somehow they've added a thing to manipulate it so that they sell for a higher price.
No, that's not terribly hard to do, as we have seen.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll sell slightly lower than the normal log prices would be,
I see.
based
Probably
off
depending
the
on the map.
8 meter being the ideal cell length.
I mean, we have seen that some of Kaz's maps would chip sell for a lot.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
you can make a lot of money wood chips on a Kaz map,
Like-
that's for sure.
What, 3 trees is like $1 million?
You can make a whole lot of money with clover on a Kaz map.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Hey Richard, I plant
Kaz
grass.
maps
I
are
plant
money
grass a
makers.
lot. I know there are people who hold grass planting in contempt, and I never understood that, because if you do it right, you can make a buttload of money just by planting grass.
Oh yeah. Grass
Yeah.
is in the base game too. Once you plant grass, it grows back, and it also doesn't require fertilizing each
Right.
time.
No,
But
it
if you
does.
fertilize, you can make more money.
You don't
No, I
have
mean,
to
it's the
fertilize
basic
it,
ones-
but you should fertilize it once after you harvest it.
Yeah. But it doesn't take a lot though, if I remember correctly.
No, it
Or is
doesn't
that-
take a whole lot.
But you can make a lot of money turning it into hay and all that. Or even silage. Silage is pretty good. It's like silage bales.
Hey Zeus, from what I've been hearing, console players are going to get a big bump up in playability when FS22 comes out. Now, I don't know that
Mhm.
for a fact just yet, but everything they're talking about sounds to me like console players are going to get a nice little boost.
At least from what I've heard too, that the fact that they actually have scripts too. Which I wonder how that's gonna work out.
Well, they're
Well,
building a lot of the commonly used scripts and modding into the base game
Well-
to allow
well,
modders to
yeah.
tie into those scripts.
And they
And
can still
that'll-
they can modify the scripts slightly or whatever.
yeah, they're going
No,
to.
you
It's
won't be able
basically
to
going to be a
modify 'em.
script library, right?
Yes, there'll be a library of scripts you'll be able to tie into as a
Like-
modder.
I read that they're going to be getting like an auto load feature, so you can use the auto load to do whatever you want it to do, kind of thing.
Kind of like modders will, like if they mod a tractor, instead of remodeling tires, they can pull the tires directly from Giant's tire
Mhm.
library, kind of thing. Well, they'll be able to do the same thing with the scripts that allow us to do things like GPS and stuff console players normally can't do.
Yeah.
Right. I did hear there was going to be an auto load script, although I don't know if it's going to be like the current one and limited to bales only, or if they're going to expand on it. Hoping they're going to expand on it. Maybe like the easy auto load script.
I think what I remember hearing is it will be or at least I heard you'll be able to load bales and pallets. So I don't know if you'll be able to load custom items. But like a standard pallet size you'd be able to load.
Well, if that's the case, there's ways you could make your custom pallets normal
Yeah.
size and not have
Yeah.
to worry about it.
That's true.
Yeah. But like if it's a longer pallet it won't work or whatever. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool. But apparently though none of the trailers in the base game will have that feature. So they're adding it even though it won't actually be in the game.
Like I said, they were adding it for modders
Mm-hmm.
to be able to bring more to the community. Basically, what I think it is they just rely so heavily on modders to bring the cool stuff. They're just trying to give them a helping hand to
Yeah.
bring more cool stuff.
Because it's not their fault that scripts be on consoles.
And Bradley, just to assuage your concerns, the mods that were on FS17 are still available, so why would they do away with the mods on FS19? You don't have anything
they'll
to
keep-
worry about that.
Yeah, they still have the mods for 17. I think even 15 they still have the mods up for.
There's still
But-
mods up for 13.
But I don't think you can download those from Giant. 13?
13, it wasn't supported by Giants.
Okay, yeah. No, 15 was, I believe, wasn't it?
Not
So I think,
really, but kinda.
yeah. Not so much as 17 and 19 were.
19 has been by far the most mod supported of the farming simulator games.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Richard. Silage is great money. We make
Oh,
on
yeah.
this map the grass field that we have. We make $500,000 every time we empty the bunker silo.
At least half a mil.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like I'm as full as I can get because this won't reach out and touch that. Oh, it does reach out to that back trailer. I'll be darned.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
crap. I didn't think it would.
I think it's supposed to reach out that far anyway.
Everything that I have heard, Gary, is that the modders will have access to the development tools the same time the gamers get access to the game to play. Have you heard anything different, Caveman? You follow that more than I do, but that was the last word I heard on it.
That was the last I heard on it. Nobody's
Yeah.
getting anything until it goes live on November 22nd.
Is that date still accurate, or have they changed it?
Still
That date
accurate.
was accurate as of this morning.
Okay. Which means the game's probably ready now. It's just going through bug testing.
They've got it. They've got game testers, play testers running circles around it right now.
Mhm.
And
As I hope so. They should be done by now.
the coding department
They're
is
not.
crapping their pants every time the game testers come back to them and say, "We got a problem, fellers."
I drove my truck and it just went flying through outer space.
It
Okay,
went,
good. That's what we wanted.
I was driving my truck, and it landed in the water, and all of a sudden my bank account was down $18 million. Oh well, that's normal gameplay.
Sounds like a Sharko problem.
Sounds like you were. It sounds like we should have hired that Sharko guy to be a game tester.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys let me hit it down to this place anyways.
Oh, you're doing Griffin, Indiana? That's interesting. I wasn't that thrilled by that one. To each their own, but it wasn't. Oh, crap! That's not what I wanted to do. That right there is what I wanted to do.
The first mod to be released for 22 will almost certainly be a 3-meter cultivator.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
We had
Oh,
this
yeah.
discussion.
Is it supposed to do this? Was my favorite saying. Yeah.
There you go. And their favorite response was, "What did you do now?"
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
If you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in,
That's right.
Oh, you're running the most up to date.
Turn it all the way off. Let it sit for a minute and turn it back on. No, don't reset it. Turn it off. Turn it back on again.
did you try hitting it with a hammer?
No,
That always works.
that CD drive is not a cup holder.
It might work the same. You never know till you try.
Well, I'm sure it would hold a cup.
I know, my computer doesn't come with a cup holder. It's so annoying. Oh, they're just so expensive.
Well, for me personally, Bradley, I only skip a row if I'm using a very narrow tool and a tractor with a short turn radius or a long turn radius. It
I think
just
he means in real life, maybe.
gives me more maneuverability. I would do the same thing in real life, though, and I'm sure farmers
Yeah, I'm
do.
assuming it's because
Yeah.
usually most farmers they have like a dead end at the end of their field, and you can't really back up with a plow as you can easily in the game. So I'm assuming it's just because they can just continue going and not stop and have to turn around because they have precious time. For farmers, time is precious.
It's all for optimizing their time and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch Clarkson's farm and see what happened to him when he did that. There's only one problem. When he did that, he did it with a planter that was automatically set to create tram lines.
Ooh.
So he needed to do, and the guy who was teaching him, he's like, you need to do this. This is going to set tram lines every eighth pass. And so you need to turn around and run your rows. And so Clarkson got tired of doing a 3-point turnaround at the end of the field. And he's like, well, why don't I just, get to the end of the field, I'll drive down to the other end and run a row, and then I'll just keep circling back like that so I don't have to do all these stupid 3-point turnarounds. He had tram lines all over that field. Completely irregular tram lines all over the bloody field. The guy gave him nothing but crap for it. It was fantastic. Kev's on Crater Lake. Gary was testing software for the Navy. That's a little bit. So, was that torpedo supposed to hit that charter cruise? No, I didn't think so.
Totally. We planned for that to happen.
Now we know what happened to the Exxon Valdez.
Oh, Ethan says he's an actual farmer, and he goes, "Yes, we'll do whatever it can to get the job done faster."
Oh, nice, Ethan. Big time respect to the real world farmers, man. You guys do an often thankless and remarkably dangerous job. For those of us who enjoy just playing this as a little game, keep in mind that farming is a very dangerous occupation.
And time consuming.
Well, there's I've mentioned her many times on the stream, but her name is Erin Holbert. She's an Indiana farmer. They're in the middle of harvest right now. And she had a tire for one of their sprayers. They were changing tires, and she was like, "Oh, I'll just move this tire." And there were guys around. She could have asked them for help, and she didn't. So it's kind of her own fault, and she owns that. She's like, "I should have just asked for help," but it fell over on her, and she was able to move just enough that it didn't like crush her head, but it had her legs pinned underneath it. And I guess it took, a quite some time to get it off of her, and they had to bring in a forklift and the whole 9 yards. I mean, the guys couldn't just lift this tire, and it was as tall as she was. I mean, come on.
But not small.
No,
Tires aren't light either.
No, those things weigh hundreds of pounds.
Oh yeah.
I know farmers, the one farmer here would work until like 11, 12 o'clock at night harvesting a field. And then back at it the next day at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Well, to my understanding, harvest is when it's the worst because you've got certain windows of time that you can harvest, and you have to get the job done. There's no
You
waiting
can't
around.
harvest- yeah. Like has to be dry. Like, corn has to be dried for I think like 2 days or something like that.
And I still don't know why those beehives aren't spawning. That's annoying. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it for us for this episode of PV Uncharted. This has been a great stream, guys, and I can't thank you all enough. You've been incredibly active. That always makes things go better for me and for everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Caveman, Sharko, any parting thoughts or words?
Enjoy the rest of your week.
Enjoy the rest of your week, and I hope this connecting to server issue goes away for anybody else that was having it.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it sorted. Anyway,
Well,
guys. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for us. As always, we very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. Until next time, take care.